Welcome everybody, it's me and I speak English to you today because we have guys from here from DOODSESKADER from Belgium.
Yep,
right?
Indeed.
And my name is Nico. What are your names?
I'm Tim.
And Siegfried.
Hi, what are your hobbies? No, yeah, great to have you here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, guys, we don't have a performance video of these guys because of the schedule, but you have to check them out. Is there anything what comes out soon that you can reveal, like a new record or like, I mean, you already released just one, but is there...
Okay, I'll give you the scoop. We've already recorded 2 more records and more stuff that will be released between the records. So there's a ton of shit coming out.
Nice.
We are your spam folder. Literally, it's just us.
All right, and is this your first time in Berlin? Are you on tour right now, or how is it possible that you're here in our beloved Sage?
I still ask myself how it's possible that my drum ends up in Kit Kat Club, and I'm very grateful. Thank you. I will take a picture. It will look like shit because I'll take it with my shitty phone, but I will forever remember it.
All right.
It's a mini tour. We're like playing this today. Tomorrow we play Flufffest, and then we play Boutzen on the way back home.
Sweet.
Very, yeah, looking forward. It's cool to have this like as a first German show. Like we were actually waiting like a long time because we got a couple of offers and our booker was like, yeah, we could do it. But I was like, I want the first one to be something different, you know, something unusual. And then you asked and I was like, oof.
All of a sudden, I sneaked in.
It's unusual Nico coming to the rescue.
Yep. Yeah, but in a weird, fun way, we have a history together.
Yeah, we actually do.
And it was pretty funny because we have a mutual friend who's coming tonight. And she made it happen that we have like a conversation on Instagram.
That's true, yeah.
Because for you guys, I'm a big fanboy of DOODSESKADER. I have a shirt, I bought it on Evil Greed. And he told me that he was a big War from a Harlot's Mouth fan back in the day.
It's true, yeah. When I was a young boy, I enjoyed it a lot. And I still do, actually.
Ah, good.
I say more machine guns and breakdowns. Bring it back.
Fuck yeah.
Good style back in the day.
Yeah, now tables turn and I ask you some stupid shit. Yeah, but what kind of music is it? Like, because you have history with Amun-Ra.
Yes.
Have you another band as well?
I have several bands.
Yeah. Drummers and their bands.
Yeah, I'm a drummer. Yeah, I played a lot of rock music. Never played a lot of heavy or metal, if you call it metal. But it's cool. I like it. But yeah, I mainly did like more noise rocky thing, like detuned guitar stuff. I studied jazz actually, which you wouldn't say, but I did.
I could tell, and like drum wise, there's some things, sneaky things you do.
He's a fancy man, eh? Yeah, he's a fancy man.
It's a different approach to heavy drumming. I try, at least I try.
Yeah, I like it, and the mixture of like there's some trap sound, some very noisy stuff, some very droney stuff, some hard stuff. Like, where's all the inspiration come from, and how do you manage to put everything together?
It's easier than it seems because both of us, we don't listen to metal in our spare time at all, and like he comes from his side of things, which is like grungy, jazzy. Yeah, alternative type stuff. I come from my background, which is more rooted in electronic type stuff, hip hop type stuff. And like when we started the band, the main idea was like the music should be like a backdrop to what we want to say. Just like in a movie, the music will like change with what you see or the emotion that you try to convey to people. So like when we started the band, we thought, okay, we're gonna take it slow at first. We're gonna do like a sludgy type thing, not too produced, very simple, very straightforward, with straightforward subject matter, and then we will go broader, bit by bit. We had the whole plan with the 5-year album, so we started at 0, we will end at 4, and then we will start doing records with a different name. And so like genre-wise it shifts. It's not even now at its final form. It shifts a lot. Like we already have like the 2 next ones, like I said, and it's not gonna stay the way that it is now because we feel like we have the complete freedom to do whatever we want musically, as long as like emotionally it makes sense with what we do. It wouldn't make sense if I was like in a happy place to be like, oh yeah, I really gotta try to write like a depressed guy. Like it doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't make sense for me to be like doing the whole baby I love you type rock song, because I don't feel it when I have the need to write. So yeah, it shapes itself, which is very cool. It's natural.
Yeah, the first one was pretty clean and straightforward, and I think like we talked about it at the Hellfest interview as well. I think year one is extreme in its form, because then like all the style blends came together, not to make something extreme, but to have this like to open the door and show that we can move in all different kinds of directions. So I think right now what will come out in the future is gonna be that, but then like more in a nuanced way of making music. But it's an adventure for the both of us as well to combine it, because there's no example which you can follow, and you need to find your own way in like connecting all the different types of music together.
Yeah, you don't know where you end up.
It was the first attempt to do something like that, and I'm pretty sure that's not like to like brag, but we got better while doing year one.
Yeah, it was a journey. Like when we recorded it, like I have a studio at my house, and like we came downstairs and we were smoking on the terrace, and I was like looking at him, and it was done, and I looked at him and I was like, fuck, this is not right. This is completely wrong, man. And he looked at me and I was like, what the fuck do you mean? I'm like, we gotta scrap this shit, we gotta start over. I'm like, I'm keeping the drums, but all the rest, it sucks, it's horrible. Because it didn't feel right. It didn't have the production yet, and I didn't see how to approach it, because it's not like you listen to the songs without the production and you think like, oh, you know what would be cool now? To mix it with a Moombaton beat. You know, it doesn't happen in that way. So like, I really had to take time to sit at it and lose my mind while producing it and add in the stuff that I felt at the time. So some stuff I will be like, okay, I was listening to, Anger Fist, and I was in the mood to like, when you listen to Anger Fist,
things happen.
You raise your fist.
In your head.
Yeah. And so, you put that type of stuff with something that matches, and you start writing about a certain thing, and it goes in a certain way. But in the future also, maybe we have more delicate days, and we wake up in a more delicate or a sensual mood. Who knows?
Yeah, it would be nice to hear those tunes too.
Yeah, well, in a couple of months.
Stay sharp, guys. Yeah. And for me, I think like the lyrics are pretty emotional, and I mean a lot of metaphors. But I thought like they are very personal and emotional. And do you guys write them both because you sing as well or shout as well?
Yeah, it's a new way of making music, at least for me, like being a singer. I did it before, but not that precise or with that much emotion or personal. It's a personal journey through my own life, and it's pretty hard, but also on that, I think I also got better. It's the first time that I feel I'm like, all right, I feel more at ease again. I had a time where it was very difficult to like find who I was, what I had to say, and how to be someone who talks or speaks to the audience actually in our type of music, and not be the guy saying like dungeon, suffocate blood, which is a style as well, and it's not a bad style, but we chose the other way, and that means that you need to do a lot of self-reflection, and that can be painful from time to time.
Yeah, but it's good that you go in your own dialogue.
Yeah, I think the most difficult part, at least for me, like it's different because when I read his stuff, I think, okay, whoa, this is insane.
But I have the same with
But
you,
I've like, if you read your own stuff, it's like reading your own diary and think, that's super lame, man. It sucks. What the fuck are you saying? But the more honest, and that's at least my quest now for the future, the more I can really convince myself in being as pure as I can and as honest as I can, the worse I will feel about what's written, but the better it will be. Because if you say metaphors, I think I'm like the metaphorical guy, if that's even a word. But yeah, to me it means quite a lot, and sometimes maybe people can drown into what I have written. But yeah, the more pure and the more straight in the face it is, the better. The better is not the right word, but it opens the conversation in between us and the people that listen to our music.
Yeah.
And I think that's something very beautiful, because the subject you you wanted the interview to be about is the artistic new form in music, or like how people make new types of art nowadays. That's
As well,
something
if
that is
possible. Yeah.
yeah, if that is possible, yeah. And maybe there's a need to make this type of music as well. At least I think we have the need to make this type of music.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can. What you said, I can relate, because, like, I mean, you said that you're not really from the heavy background, and we have like I think a long list of bands we both admire, and but for me it's the same. Like, especially when we were active as band on tour all the time, with always bands playing, and you're just stuffed with music, and you're like, okay, I need something else.
Yeah.
And I can totally understand. And the question I have for you, I think it's the last one, to make it short, because we have to work, guys. We still have to do the sound check for them. And but if you're a two-piece, I think it makes easier to be personal as possible, as you said right now, like that you can be very precise with the words you choose to sing, and so do you. Do you have like same kind of background when it comes to finding the lyrics, or do you think both of you have a different get-go when it comes to topics of writing lyrics?
We talk a lot. Like it's a weird process, even for me, because like at times it feels like you have a therapy sessions with your best friend, and even the crew. Like even last night, it's crazy. We talk a lot because we're honest people. We're not trying to sell you on us. This is not the type of band where we're like, oh yeah, look at us, we're the two coolest dudes on the planet, you should try to be like us. We're two people trying to get through life. Both of us have had a rough start, if I should say it like that. And like we met when we were 14. We promised each other to keep doing this and to never let go until we did this full time.
Nice.
Now we're sitting here, both of us, like, I mean, he's very modest, but he played in bands that like are some of the best in their genre. Like, he's a modest guy, but don't let that fool you. He's a fucking genius. I'm lucky to be next to him.
I mean, I hear your songs. I agree. That's why I really liked listening to your stuff, because it's very unique. You know, I heard shitloads of bands already. Like, you know, I mean, all the crazy bands on Relapse, whatever. You know, there's so many bands doing noise stuff, and it's not easy to how do you say, to make a stand, you know, because everyone's like, oh, okay, just bass, it's with a lot of gain, right? So it's very noisy. Okay, whatever, it's like Sleep, or it's like Melvins,
also what you
but
want
it's different
from music. Like, I find that like a lot of people, when I talk to them, like even about the Spotify blah blah blah, and they're like, artists don't get paid, blah blah blah. But I think there's a genuine devaluation of music as an art form. People see music as like in French they say passe-temps. It's like something to pass the time. You know, it's everywhere. It's in the background. You go to the restaurant, there's music. You stand in the lift, there's music. You go to the club, there's music. But the emotional attachment to it is something that's very unique, you know? Everybody can make music. It's like you say, you take a bass, a distortion pedal, congratulations, you've got half of this band. But I can only offer, like, my intent with this band, or our intent, is to really put something of ourselves into this and show people, like, it's okay, you know? You can be the way that you are. I am myself, full of flaws. I am trying to make the most out of this life, and yeah, we're trying to help each other get through this, just like you guys can be one thing as well, you know? You can all help each other. You can also make music for yourself as an art form, regardless of sales and trying to be the coolest guy in the room. You can also be vulnerable and just be like, okay, I have a hard time. I've had a hard time for a long time, and I'm trying to make sense of this life in music as an art form, not just as a song dump, you know?
Yeah, well said. Nothing more to add. I think it's a good message, and it's a very good approach. Sorry, guys, no one is native speaker here. Sorry.
Nobody judges. It's fine. You should hear our German, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, so thank you very much for your time. Thanks for being here. I'm looking forward for the show.
Yeah, same.
And people or guys, audience, check DOODSESKADER out. Check out their releases. And on which label is it?
It's on Isolation, which is a German label. So now we've come full circle.
Is there any German show coming up, or is there any?
Bautzen, eh?
Bautzen. Yeah, okay, Bautzen. Yeah, it's gonna be two. That is already happening, but anything else like in the?
We can't say it yet.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's with a new record on its way. Yeah, we're planning. We needed a good first step, and this is that first step. So
yeah,
now we're coming, for real.
All right. Yeah, thank you for your time.
No, thank you guys.
And see you next time. Sage Session out.